Hello everyone. Today we are going to see the day 4 of Python interview preparation course. In this we are going to see the string. Let's discuss string. Actually what happened in other languages, we having A as a character and hello as a string. So we have two data types in other languages, string and the character. But in Python we have only one data type, that is string. If we write A with single quotes, it is treated as a string, and if we write hello with single string, it is also treated as a string. We can write in double quotes as well or triple quotes as well. In Python, single, double and triple quotes are allowed. Okay, let's see with the help of example. I'm considering A equals to AB with single quotes. I'm considering B as Z with double quotes, and here C with triple quotes hello, and I am printing the type of these three, and the types are respective like string. We call it str for string. Another thing is how to access of string character. We can do the access by using index and by using slice operator. In indexing we have positive, we call it as a forward direction indexing, and if indexing we call it as a backward direction. Okay, let's see how indexing will work. I'm considering A equal to Python. I'm writing in this way so that everyone can understand it easily. In this way, if we are doing positive indexing, we are going to write uh, A like we are writing A Python with indexing. And the most important thing, the string indexing starts with 0. So we can write like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we have to access, we can access the particular index and we can get the particular character or a string respectively. And if we want to do the negative indexing always start with -1 in the backward direction. That's why we call it as a backward direction indexing. And it's a start with -1, -2, -3, -4, -5 and -6. Some people have the doubt that why negative indexing is not starting with 0, because if we are providing the 0, then compiler will have a doubt where to start and which indexing will work. That's why the Python developers make it easier for compiler to understand. They are considering 0 for positive indexing, and for negative indexing it's always a start with -1. How to access element? I'm considering the example. When I'm running this, putting A with 0 index, I'm getting P. The same way, if I'm going to putting the particular respective index, we are getting respective character. So I'm showing for all in one statement only. Then I'm considering 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The same way the indexing is here. Okay. First we are considering one element for negative indexing. Then it's showing n. As you can able to see, the -1 we having a nth character. So the same way we can do for all elements. We can simply run it and we get Python for 6541. The same indexing we are showing here, -65432. Okay. In case we are giving the number which is not present in our we call it as a string index, then we are getting the error of string index out of range. The same way for positive as well. If we having a positive direction and if we are putting the index which is not corresponding to our element, we are getting the same string index out of range error. Okay. Another one is slice operator. In the slice operator, we having an index like start, stop, then the step value. Start is the beginning index, stop is the where to stop, and step is the what's the difference in jumping the particular step. Means if the difference is 1, we are getting 1, 2, 3, 4. If difference is 2, we are getting 2, 4, 6, 8, like this way. first we see the positive forward direction. For forward direction, start would be optional. We can, means it's not necessary that we can provide the value. If we are not providing anything, then the default value is 0. The default value is 0. The default value would be 0 for start. And for the stop, the same way it's optional. And if we are not providing anything, then it is considering the length of the sequence. Suppose we are considering the length. I'm going to explain you with the help of example. Then you can get more clarity. And the step is also optional. If we are not providing any step value, then the default value is 1. Okay. So basically, if we are going to check the step value. If the step value is positive, that means it's going in a forward direction. If the step value is negative, that means the value goes in, indexing goes in negative direction. If we have like positive, then the left to right, otherwise right to left. That's the important thing. Another important thing is when we are doing a forward direction, we are considering begin to end minus 1. But when we are considering for negative direction, we are considering begin to end plus 1. I'm going to explain you with the help of example, okay? Here I'm considering first simply the A value, we are considered as Python. So positive and negative steps are as follows as we discussed earlier, okay? When we are considering A colon, so in this case we are getting Python. The same we are getting in this way. So how it's work means it is considering like begin is 0 because the default value is 0. I told you previously that if we are not providing anything, the default value is 0 for start. For stop, the length of the sequence, and for step it's a 1. Default value is 1. So for this case we are having b equal to 1, b equal to 0, and step value is 1, and the length of particular is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, length is 6. So for positive direction, as we discussed, for forward direction we are considering begin to end minus 1. End minus 1 is what? 5. So we are considering 0 to 5 here. So our S value, this loop will work till 5, till the length of the sequence. That's the 5. Okay. So it's work like this way. Here default value is 1. Both statements means the same. Both will work like this way. The loop will work like 0, 0 से then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Another very important thing is that when the step loop is going in a backward direction, if end value is equal to minus 1, the result is always empty. Same in forward direction, if end value is 0, then result is always empty. As we see for positive direction, now we are going to see for negative direction. For negative direction, the same way if start is optional, the default value is minus 1. In forward direction, the default value is 0. Here the default value is minus 1 because negative index starts from minus 1. Okay. Another stop value is optional, but the default value here is minus length of the sequence plus 1. For positive direction, it's length of the sequence only. And for step, in case it's optional, default value is to -1. Okay. We are considering a colon -1. In this case, we having a equal to 0. Uh, Stop value is -1, but we are seeing first the step value. Step value is not given. That means the default step value is 1. So according to the step value 1, it's in forward direction. So in forward direction, we are considering the stop value and the -1. So it's equivalent to -2. So our loop starts from here. Our loop starts from 0 and reach till -2, because here -2 is there. So in this way, it will follow till here. That's why we are getting PYTHO, not N. Okay. What happened for this sequence when we are going to consider this colon -1? Okay. In the colon -1 case, what happened? We are seeing -1. First we are going to check the step value. Step value is negative. If step value is negative, that means it's in a backward direction. If it's in a backward direction, what's the default value? Default value for start is -1. And what's the default value for end? End default value is the length of the sequence plus 1 and minus. Means we see in the above, here the length of the sequence plus 1 and the bracket minus. Okay. The same way we are getting -6. So our loop starts from -1 and it goes to negative direction. It goes in a backward direction. So it reaches till here. That's why we are getting everything in a reverse. First it's considering n, because -1, it starts from -1. So first it's considering n, then O, then H, then T, then Y, then P. Okay. Another is mathematical operator. In mathematical operators, we have two operators, concatenation and repetition. We seen earlier as well, and here also we are going to see. If in repetition operator, we have to remember one thing, that one is string type and another is integer type. That's only it will work. Here hello is a string type and 2 is integer type, so we can print 2 times. Okay. If we are not providing the same format, we are not getting result. Okay. The same way in for concatenation. The concatenation, we having two things of same data type. If we are providing, these are also overloaded operators. Suppose we have 2 and 2, then it's do the calculation. For int type, it's doing the calculation. For string type, it's simply concatenate and print the result. For string, we have length function as well for finding out the length of the particular string. We have membership operator as well for checking out the particular member present in a given string or not. So we used in or not in for membership and checking the particular member is present or not. Another important is like comparison operator. We can use comparison operators and equality operators for string. Comparison will be performed based on alphabetical order, dictionary order. That's important. I wrote some of the important ASCII values of particular alphabets. In this, when we do the comparison, what happened? It's going to check first letter with first letter. Means first letter of first word and first letter of second word. It's going to check its ASCII value. Suppose that P's ASCII values and F ASCII value. P ASCII value, if it's bigger, it will return the result true. It is not going to check for the all the values or for length and all. It's checking the one by one comparison for particular element. The same way we having the first word with Python software, second word is 0. Here the Z is bigger than P. Then that's why it's returning the false. It's not going to check the length. That Python software is a very big letter. If we add all the ASCII value, it would be obviously greater than the 0 ASCII value. But it's not going to check like that way. That adding all the ASCII value then comparison. It simply check one by one. It's putting one character of this word and one character of second word and match their ASCII value. Which is bigger? If one is bigger, then it will give the result respectively. If both are equal, then it's moved to second, and then it's check the second character of first word and second character of second word. Which one is bigger? That will be the result. We have some inbuilt string functions. Let's see which is also helpful for when we are going to write a program. For spacing, if we have to remove space from right hand side, we can use R strip. If we have to remove the left hand side spaces, we use left L strip function. And if we want to remove both spaces, we can use simply the strip. If we want to find the substring, we have like for forward or for backward direction. If we are using the find is very find is case sensitive. We have to provide the particular case. And another one is index. If we are using for backward, we are using R find or R index. What's the difference between them? If we are using the find, if element is present, it is returning the particular index. If element is not present, it's returning -1 return. -1 as a result. If we are using index, if it's present, index returns. If it is not present, the value error returns. Let's see with the help of example. We are considering A1 with this Python and 4 times. When we are going to run it, we are getting result as for find we are getting 0. For 8, for n we are getting 8th element. Like its indexing starts from 0 to 8. Then we are getting for index it's 0. And if in index if it's not present, we are getting the particular error. As I discussed, if not present, we are getting error. Another is how to counting a substring. How to count substring. We have two type of functions. Means count with the different parameters. Means we can provide simply the substring and count its value, and we can provide the particular index on which we can find out the particular, we are giving the particular range basically in which is their count is present or not. The same way we provided an example. We want to count the n. We are considering as a string, learn Python, and we are going to count n. And in the second, we are counting n, but particular range 0 to 5th. End is always be n minus 1. Means n minus 1. For first one, we are getting 2 n's in the completed string, and for the second, we are providing the range, so we are getting 1 as a result. Okay. Another inbuilt function is a replace. Replace is basically used if we want to replace the old string with new string. The syntax is particular string dot replace old string, then the new string. So the same way we are providing, if we are printing this, we are getting learn Python. Learn Python. As the string is immutable, so for replacing anything we have to put in another variable, then we can print it, then we are going to get the particular answer. Okay. We have some inbuilt function for split as well. We can provide a separator for splitting the particular string, or we have another split function, that's where we can provide the particular index. Okay, and the default separator is space. Here we are splitting with the help of space. We know as equal to learn Python, and between learn and Python there is a space. So whenever space is coming, it's split for the corresponding or a particular place, and that will print respective result. Okay. Another, we have the joining string. In this we have the syntax is like s equal to separator dot join the group of strings. Okay, so we are providing s3 equal to, this is our example, where we can joining the s2. S2 is basically what we are splitting. Okay, s2 we are splitting. Okay, in s2 we are splitting learn and Python, and in s3 we are joining that s2 learn and Python into one string. Okay. Another important function, inbuilt function, is how to change the case of the strings. We can change the uppercase, the lowercase, the title, the capitalized, the swipe case. So we can check with the help of example. Okay. So uppercase, all the letters are in capital letter. In lowercase, all the letters in a small letters. In title case, the start letter is in capital and the remaining other are in small letters. In capitalize, the very first letter of any string is capitalized, otherwise everything is small. Swipe case is basically whatever string present in a capital letter, it will change to small. Whatever it is in uppercase, it changes to lowercase. Whatever in lowercase, it changes to uppercase. Another important thing is how to check the string it starts with or ends with particular string or not. In this case, we are providing the particular, it means it ends with learn or not. So it's basically the case sensitive. What we are writing in this string case substring, it's in a case sensitive form. If it starts with learn, we are considering as S contains learn Python. So it starts with learn, yes. That's why we are getting result as true. Ends with learn, no. Ends with Python. That's why the result is false. So that's all for today. And keep practicing these examples so that you are getting more habitual to these. And thanks for watching.